Just who's playing well and matchups and foul trouble, and we'll just there's a reason we've been playing everybody over the last month at that position. We want to get a feel for who's best in certain combinations and that kind of stuff. So, but it'll just be matchup based.
In the past, you always had a starter entrenched at that spot entering the playoffs. It's strange not to have one this year. And what are the pluses and minuses going in with a committee mystery?
Well, yeah, I mean we. I wouldn't say we always had it. I mean, we've changed centers mid-series before since I've been here. We've gone small with Draymond. We've had injuries. A couple of years ago, Steph was out, so we had a totally different dynamic at the point guard. I know this is a different deal. Now we got the point guard and the center in flux. So it's just every year is different. Every year presents its own sets of challenges, and we just have to make do with what we think is the best fit and go from there.
We just talked to Devon, who was talking about how he's done a lot of watching and waiting because of the circumstances, so he gets to play in his first playoffs. What kind of role might he play out of a successful season, and what do you think it means to him as a finally at this moment?
Well, he's in his third year. He's ready. He's been mentored for this role the last couple of years by some of his teammates and assistant coaches. They've worked with him every day. So, Kavan is a really smart basketball player. He has great feel, great awareness, and I'm excited for him. The playoffs are so much fun. This will be, I think, his first real action.
What level of accomplishment in NBA lore is the back-to-back going on?
Say that again?
What level of accomplishment is the back-to-back in NBA lore? I mean, it seems like the Spurs that have never done it.
Right. It's obviously hard to do. I don't know how many teams have done it. Maybe 6, I'm guessing. So we haven't talked about that as a group. It's not really my focus. I'm not trying to give them the historical carrot, like this is what we can accomplish. They know what we can accomplish and what's on the line.
In trying to get these guys to have that hunger, can that be potentially a motivation factor? This could be a staple in that down the first time to get.
I doubt it. I doubt I would go to that. I think there are easier ways to motivate, and mostly in the playoffs, there's not a whole lot of motivation necessary. Guys are going to bring it. They're going to play with a different emotion and intensity than what you've seen the last month.
You'll ever go to that when you're in Chicago?
I don't remember. Yeah,
Long time.
Yeah.
See, when you see Mike Brown out there working, do you reflect at all on how much he meant a year ago?
No.
Yeah.
you can.
No, I'm just.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like so long ago now. But.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope I don't ever have to revisit that, but it is a great luxury and comfort to have Mike on our staff, knowing that he's been a head coach a lot longer than I have, and the guys respect him, the other coaches respect him. He's got a wealth of knowledge, so he's a huge asset for us.
Steve, after watching film and kind of getting in the mindset of playing the Spurs, what are some of the unique challenges that team presents for your guys' squad?
Well, they're as disciplined as anybody we're going to face in terms of establishing a style, a pace, a defensive awareness, and mindset. So it's hard. And when you play them, there's nothing easy. It's just like it's not going to be 128 to 121. It's going to be a grind, and so you have to manufacture pace. You have to generate some burst here and there where you can. But the only way to do that is by being really, really solid. And so that's why I'm excited to play these guys, because they're going to bring out the best in us, or they're going to just completely expose us. And one way or the other, that's probably a good thing for us.
Devon was saying that the center position has changed significantly just since he's been in the league. How have you seen that position evolve in the last year or two?
Well, David Fizdale is here today. We were talking a little bit about that. Marc Gasol was Defensive Player of the Year about 5 years ago. It's now an entirely different league. Like back then, it was shot blocking, it was protecting the paint, switching on to another big. Now Marc Gasol is asked to step out 30 feet from the basket. It's entirely different. So the guys who you're going to see as the leading defenders in the league are going to be more versatile. They're going to be Draymond Green, even Gobert. Gobert is so active. He's obviously an incredible rim protector, but he can get out to screen and roll, and you almost have to be able to switch and guard multiple spots at that center spot, and it's a difficult thing to do.
Does that evolution make a committee more pragmatic than in the past? Is that where the center's going, that spot?
Just depends on who's your guy. If you're lucky enough to have a incredibly versatile five-man who can guard multiple spots, he can be your starter and play 35 minutes. For us, we play by committee because we have a lot of guys who do certain things really well, but they're all very different from one another.
Steve, I know that Steph is going to be reevaluated tomorrow, but just to see him moving a little bit and dribbling and going up and down the floor, does that bring a smile to your face? I know it's premature, but at least to see him.
No, it's good to see him. It's good to see him moving around, but he's not close to playing.